This is StoryLink Radio. Our stories are presented before a live audience, then recorded for the StoryLink Radio podcast for your on-demand listening pleasure. Please visit StoryLinkRadio.com for show notes, to find out how to join our live audience, and for lots of free stuff, including free audiobooks and much more. This episode is the next chapter in MORTE D'ARTHUR. Please remember to visit www.storylinkradio.com. Chapter 14. How the 11 kings with their host fought against Arthur and his host, and many great feats of the war. Then King Arthur and King Ban and King Bors, with their good and trusty knights, set on them so fiercely that they made them overthrow their pavilions on their heads. But the 11 kings, by manly prowess of arms, took a fair champaign. But there was slain that morrow tide 10,000 good men's bodies. And so they had afore them a strong passage, yet were they 50,000 of hardy men. Then it drew toward day. Now shall ye do by mine advice, said Merlin unto the 3 kings. I would that King Ban and King Bors, with their fellowship of 10,000 men, were put in a wood here beside, in an ambushment, and keep them privy, and that they be laid, or the light of the day come, and that they stir not till ye and your knights have fought with them long. And when it is daylight, dress your battle even afore them and the passage, that they may see all your host. For then will they be the more hardy, when they see you but 20,000 men, and cause them to be the gladder to suffer you and your host to come over the passage. All the 3 kings and the whole barons said that Merlin said passingly well, and it was done anon as Merlin had advised. And so, on the morn, when either host saw other, the host of the north was well comforted. Then to Ulfius and Brastius were delivered 3,000 men of arms, and they set on them fiercely in the passage, and slew on the right hand and on the left hand, that it was a wonder to tell. When that the 11 kings saw that there was so few of fellowship did such deeds of arms, they were ashamed, and set on them again fiercely. And there was Sir Ulfius's horse slain under him, but he did marvellously well on foot. But the Duke Eustace of Combinay and King Clarence of Northumberland were always grievous on Ulfius. Then Brastius saw his fellow fared, so withal he smote the Duke with a spear, that horse and man fell down. That saw King Clarence, and returned unto Brastius, and either smote other, so that the horse and the man went to the earth, and so they lay long astonied, and their horses' knees brast to the hard bone. And then came Sir Kay, the seneschal, with 6 fellows with him, and did passing well. With that came the 11 kings, and there was Griflet put to the earth, horse and man, and Lucas the butler, horse and man, by King Brandagoris, and King Idres, and King Augusant. Then waxed the medley passing hard on both parties. When Sir Kay saw Griflet on foot, he rode on King Nentres, and smote him down, and led his horse unto Sir Griflet, and horsed him again. Also Sir Kay with the same spear smote down King Lot, and hurt him passing sore. That saw the king with 100 knights, and ran unto Sir Kay, and smote him down, and took his horse, and gave him King Lot, whereof he said gramercy. When Sir Griflet saw Sir Kay and Lucas the butler on foot, he took a sharp spear, great and square, and rode to Pinel, a good man of arms, and smote horse and man down, and then he took his horse, and gave him unto Sir Kay. Then King Lot saw King Nentres on foot. He ran unto Melot de Roche, and smote him down, horse and man, and gave him King Nentres the horse, and horsed him again. Also the king of the 100 knights saw King Idres on foot. Then he ran unto Guinevere de Blois, and smote him down, horse and man, and gave King Idres the horse, and horsed him again. And King Lot smote down Clarence de la Forest Sauvage, and gave the horse unto Duke Eustace. And so, when they had horsed the kings again, they drew them, all 11 kings together, and said they would be revenged of the damage that they had taken that day. The meanwhile came in Sir Ector with an eager countenance, and found Orpheus and Brastias on foot, in great peril of death, that were foul defoiled under horse feet. And then Arthur, as a lion, ran unto King Cradlement of North Wales, and smote him to the left side, that the horse and the king fell down. Then he took the horse by the rein, and led him unto Orpheus, and said, Have this horse, my lord friend, for great need hast thou of horse. Gramercy, said Orpheus. Then Sir Arthur did so marvellously in the arms that all men had wonder. When the king, with the 100 knights, saw King Cradlement on foot, he ran unto Sir Ector, that was well horsed. Sir Kay's father, and smote horse and man down, and gave the horse unto the king, and horsed him again. And when King Arthur saw the king ride on Sir Ector's horse, he was wroth, and with his sword he smote the king on the helm, that a quarter of the helm and shield fell down, and so the sword carved down onto the horse's neck, and so the king and the horse fell down to the ground. And then Sir Kay came unto Sir Morganor, seneschal, with the king of the 100 knights, and smote him down, horse and man, and led the horse unto his father, Sir Ector. Then Sir Ector ran unto a knight, hight Lardens, and smote horse and man down, and led the horse unto Sir Brastias, that great need had of a horse, and was greatly defoiled. When Brastias held Lucas the butler, that lay like a dead man under the horse's feet, and ever Sir Griflet did marvellously for to rescue him, and there were always 14 knights on Sir Lucas. And then Brastias smote one of them on the helm, that it went to the teeth. And he rode to another and smote him, that the arm flew into the field. Then he went to the third and smote him on the shoulder, that the shoulder arm flew in the field. And when Griflet saw rescues, he smote a knight on the temples, that head and helm went to the earth. And Griflet took the horse of that knight, and led him unto Sir Lucas, and bade him mount upon the horse and revenge his hurts. For Brastias had slain a knight tofore, and horsed Griflet. Check back soon for the next chapter of MORTE D'ARTHUR. Thank you for listening to StoryLink Radio. If you like what you've just heard, we hope you will subscribe to our podcast and pass along our web address, www.storylinkradio.com. Be sure to visit our website for show notes, to find out how to join our live audience, and for lots of free stuff, including free audiobooks and much more. Join us next time for another story from StoryLink Radio.